morning, children. I hope you all have started your studies again after the exams. In the previous class, we started with Geography, Chapter 4, Climate. And in that class, children, we studied the definition of climate, the definition of weather. We also studied various factors affecting the climate and their outcome. Then, children, we studied about the Coriolis force and even the jet stream. I hope you all have read all these topics from your geography book. Today, we will be continuing with the same chapter, and we will be doing and understanding interconvergence zone and the different seasons, the cold weather season, the hot weather season, the rainy season, and the characteristics of all these three seasons. Then we will study in detail about the monsoon, the advancing monsoon and also the retreating monsoon. So let's start our today's class. So children, in the previous class we studied about the difference between the weather and the climate. Then we discussed about the various factors affecting the climatic conditions of a place. Then children, do you remember one very important force I told you, and I have also told you to read from the book and try to learn it. It is Coriolis force. Do you remember? If not, then go through it again. Let's have a quick look. It is a force caused due to the Earth's rotation, and this Coriolis force is responsible for deflecting towards the right in the northern hemisphere and towards the left in the southern hemisphere. So what does it mean? Quickly I will revise that when the winds they are coming they are due to the Earth's rotation, when they are coming towards in the northern hemisphere, they get deflected towards the right in the northern hemisphere, and towards the left when the winds they are coming from the south, they are reflected towards the left in the southern hemisphere. That is known as Coriolis force. And children, this topic is very important. Try to understand it. Then we also discussed about the jet stream. It is a narrow belt of high altitude westerly winds in the troposphere. So this is the winds which are generally found in the troposphere, and these streams they are located approximately over 27 degree to 30 degree north latitude. So that's why they are called subtropical westerly jet streams. Then we concluded our class with a good thought that having a nutritious and balanced diet is very responsible, is very important. Today we are going to start with pressure and winds. India is in the region of northeasterly winds. Northeasterly winds means the winds which are coming from the northeast direction. These winds they originate from the subtropical high pressure belt of the northern hemisphere, and they blow south. They get deflected to the right due to the Coriolis force, and they move on towards the equatorial low pressure zone. And these winds they carry very little moisture as they originate and blow over land. So that's why they bring little or no rainfall. But during winter there is a high pressure area north of the Himalayas, and cold dry winds blow from this region to the south. In summer, a low pressure area develops over interior Asia as well as over northwestern India, and this causes a complete reversal of the direction of the winds during summer. Children, all these direction of the winds is changed due to the Coriolis force which we have studied. Today also and in the previous class. Now go through the book to get more clear picture of this force and how the winds and the pressure winds they get affected due to this force. Now another topic which we are going to study is intertropical convergence zone. What is intertropical convergence zone, children? It is a broad trough of low pressure in equatorial latitudes, and this is where the northeast and the southeast trade winds converge. This convergence zone lies more or less parallel to the equator, but moves north or south with the apparent movement. This is again, children, just remember the diagram of those equator, tropical and subtropical areas which we are studying from the very lower class. So here the winds which is coming from the northern hemisphere, they get deflected towards the right due to the Coriolis force, and the winds which are coming from the south, they get deflected towards the left again due to this force, and these winds they run parallel to the equator and they move north or south with the apparent movement. Now we will see southern oscillation. What is this? When the tropical eastern South Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure, the tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure. So, but in certain years there is a reversal in the pressure conditions. This periodic change is known as southern oscillation or SO. So, the South Pacific Ocean experiences high pressure and the tropical eastern Indian Ocean experiences low pressure. But in the certain years there is a reversal in the pressure conditions. So, this reversal is known as southern oscillation or SO. Children, go through your chapter to make proper understanding of southern oscillation. Now, as I have told you, there are four main seasons in India. They are the cold weather season, that is winter, the hot weather season, it's summer, advancing monsoon, the rainy season, and the retreating monsoon, that is the transition season. Now we shall be discussing all these four in detail. Cold weather season. You all are very much familiar with the winter season. Since class 1 you all are studying about the winter season and its characteristics. But little more detail is required as we grow up in a bigger classes. So first of all, everybody is familiar that winter starts from mid-November in northern India and it stays till February, and December and January, they are the coldest months in the northern part of India. During this season, the northeast trade winds prevail all over the country. Children, northeast trade wind means the winds which are coming from northeastern side over the country through Himalayas. The weather is normally marked by clear skies. So, this is the characteristics of this season. The weather is, there is clear skies, low temperature, low humidity and feeble, very weak variable winds. And the peninsular region does not have a well defined cold season. Peninsular region, that is the area, the coastal area, the area which are nearby the rivers, oceans. And this season is known as the cold weather season. Now another is hot weather season, generally known by the name of summer season. It begins from March and continues up to May. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius, recorded in the Deccan Plateau. In peninsular India, temperatures remain lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. Then a very striking feature of this hot weather season is the Lu. Now what is Lu? These are strong, gusty, hot and dry winds blowing during the day, and the dust storms, they are very common during the month of May in northern India. And towards the end of the summer season, pre-monsoon showers occurs in Kerala and Karnataka. Now children, the rainy season. By early June, the low pressure condition over the northern plains intensifies. It attracts the trade winds of the southern hemisphere, and these winds they blow over warm oceans and they bring lot of moisture to the subcontinent. And the flow of the southwest monsoon in India brings about a total change in the weather. And the maximum rainfall of this season is received in the northeastern part of the country. Another phenomenon associated with the monsoon is tendency to have breaks in rainfall. It has dry and wet spells, and these breaks in monsoon are related to the movement of the winds. The monsoon is known for its uncertainty, and the alteration of dry and wet spells vary in intensity, and at times it may be responsible for droughts or floods. Now the retreating monsoon and the transition monsoon. Children, during October, November, with the movement of the sun towards the south, the monsoon or the low pressure trough becomes weaker, and this gradually replaced by a high pressure system. So in the beginning of October, the monsoon withdraws from the northern plains, that is, goes away from the northern plains, and it is marked by clear sky, and then slowly the temperature rises, and the low pressure conditions over northwestern India get transferred to the Bay of Bengal by early November, that is the monsoon season. It retreats or passes away or goes out of India. Children, this is the direction of the retreating monsoons, that is, the monsoon is passing out from India and moving towards the islands. This is the retreating monsoon. When it enters from this direction, and then slowly it gives showers and then it passes on. So that is the retreating monsoons. So children, I hope you all have understood the chapter. Though it is few terms, they are little difficult, but I have tried to make it clear. I have tried to explain it thoroughly. Rest you all go through the book, go through the chapter twice and thrice, and try to understand and mark the definitions of all these terms and try to learn and remember it. Now I want to end my today's class by a simple and very important quotation. Make every day a little less ordinary, which means try to make your day something special. That is, every day should be special, not ordinary. So try to do something very good, something very innovative, something creative that will make you happy and your family happy. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy. Goodbye. Have a nice day.